Okay, guys, so we are actually 2 minutes more for 11 o'clock. So we will start at 11 o'clock. So just ensure that you all sit comfortably. Nama pun kelas webinar economic. So ensure you all sit in a comfort environment. Okay, and please prepare some drinking water with you and so on. Okay. So at sharp 11, we are going to start. Okay. Actually, there are approximately 50 people who registered. 53 to be exact. Okay. So I think people are still coming in. But anyhow, we will start at 11. I hope everybody doing great over there. So I can see many of my ex-students. Ex-students joins. Okay. Nice to meet you all here. And some of my friends, old friends, Cik Kamal semua saya kenal berapa? 5, I think 10 years, 7, 8 years kot. So I can see a lot of people. Okay, it is 11 o'clock. A very good morning, ladies and gentlemen. So before that, if you can hear me, can you just say something in chat box? Can you say hi? If you can hear me clearly. Okay, great. So that means you can hear me clearly. So I welcome all of you here to our first webinar on working from home ergonomics. Okay, so I will be the facilitator for you today. Okay, so this short webinar will be covering on working from home ergonomics. Okay. Before that, I introduce myself first. My name is Hari Krishnan. Okay, I am an ergonomic consultant and trainer. I used to work with NIOSH as an ergonomic consultant. Then I also previously worked in University of Cyberjaya, 5 years over there. Now I have my own company doing ergonomic consultation, training, and so on. Okay, so this is actually to educate people. Why we are doing today's webinar is actually to educate people, because I've been seeing a lot of people working from home, and they started to have all this pain, discomfort, and so on. Okay, so I think I need to do something lah. Okay, so that is why I'm here today, and all of you are here as well. Okay, so what we are going to do today, so I set the objective first so that everybody is clear. Okay, so first we're going to identify the main issue related with ergonomics when you are working from home actually. Okay, and then we are going to learn and practice some of the self-management of ergonomics when we are working from home. What we can do, the tips and tricks. Okay, so I'm going to share some of the current what we call research, current research, so that you have a better perspective. Okay, that's what we're going to do today. Okay, so I'll be sharing some of the very important information, ladies and gentlemen. So please stay with us until 12 o'clock. Okay, are we good? Okay, so saya dah kenalan, anda dah kenal saya pun nak kenal anda juga. Since your name is already there, perhaps can you please go to the chat box, type the location that you are attending from, and share what's your mood today. So you can see the scale 1 until 10. What is your mood? Okay, so you can use the chat box and type it over there. I give you 30 seconds. Okay, as for me, I'm from Nilai, and my mood is actually very good. Okay, my mood is, I would say 10. Okay, so the rest, so I just want to hear where you are from, and Ampang, mood is very good. Great. Ashraf from Kuantan. Great. He's great. So great is 9. Okay, so maybe you can just type down the scale only will do. Atira KL, ramai yang very good mood. Fantastic to hear that. Okay. Munis Penang, mood 10 as well. Everybody mood 10 ni sebab kerja dari rumah ke? Some are Terengganu. Oh, very good. You see, COVID, dia punya bagus dia. It can make everybody from all around the world attend the training. Okay, so today we have Ipoh, we have Penang, we have Terengganu, Balagong, Shalam. So all around the place. Okay, so you can just type it your Sabrina punya mood 6. Six. Okay je lah. Okay lah. Boleh lah tu. Okay. Okay. So we proceed. Okay. So as you type over there, later I'll just check. Okay. So we go with the ergonomics. First, we need to know what this ergonomic is all about. Okay, tuan-tuan. What strikes your mind bila orang sebut ergonomic? Can you just put a one keyword in the chat box? What strikes your mind when people say ergonomics? Before I go in detail. Oh, Daryl punya mood 3 Okay. Fit to work. Okay. So ada yang kata selesa. Very good. That's the keyword. Ada yang kata comfort. Okay. In English So ada yang kata bila sebut je ergonomic, that strikes their mind is actually back pain. Ada yang kata posture. Posture. Very good. Okay. So we have a few of the words over here. Comfort, fit to work. That's the definition. Fitting the task to the work. Okay, so let us see what this ergonomic is all about. Ergonomics, kalau anda lihat, we are trying to adjust whatever we are using, okay, to us. That means we are adapting every single thing according to our body. It is not we are following the tools. We are not following the workstation. We are not following the environment. Every single thing should follow us. Kita ambil satu contoh. Okay, anda tengok kat video tu, anda boleh nampak this screwdriver, right? Okay, this screwdriver, bila kita pegang, anda tengok tangan kita sekarang ni bengkok. Betul tak? That means, this tool, it is not designed according to our body. So what we need to do? Kita kena pastikan bila kita pegang, wrist kita tak bend. So what we do, we can redesign back our tools according to this one. This is the T-shaped screwdriver. You see, when I hold it, my hand is straight. That is actually ergonomics. Okay? Maksudnya kita cuba nak sesuaikan peralatan yang kita nak pakai itu dengan badan manusia, with ourselves. Okay? Okay, so that is actually the first level. And then we go with the second level, which is actually workstation. In workstation, we are trying to adjust tempat kita duduk, tempat kita berdiri, workstation kita, meja kita dengan badan kita. Okay, so that is actually adjustment of the workstation to the human body. And then we have the environment. How we want to adjust the environment? Okay, how we can adjust the environment? Perhaps kita boleh tengok dari segi suhu. Okay, so we try to adjust suhu aircon kita so that the people who are working over there, they feel comfortable. Perhaps the 24 degrees Celsius would be better. Okay, so that's what they do. That means you see here, in ergonomics, we are trying to fit every single thing according to the human. Okay, so that is actually the basic concept. I know you all understand, you all know this. I just try to reiterate this back. Okay, now we go to the working from home. Okay, so this has been a trend now, working from home because of the PKP, because of the CNCO, and for your information, some of the company in Cyberjaya, they completely closed the company and asked all the workers work from home. That's what they did. Okay, they already do this. Okay, so perhaps one day maybe there'll be very little companies, so everybody will be working from home. Okay. So, siapa-siapa yang baru masuk, please mute yourself. Okay. Shannon, you can check. Siapa yang tak unmute, you can mute kan. Okay. So, that has become a trend. So, that means, this is going to be permanent, guys. Okay. I have a friend over here, okay, who is actually working in a Cyberjaya. Okay. Company dia, they have approximately, I believe, 2,000 to 3,000 workers. Everybody working from home now. Okay. And they let go the office. And I heard 2 or 3 offices in Cyberjaya already do that. And all these people are from the IT industry. IT industry with the facility and so on, they can do that. Okay? Okay. I think someone is tak mute dah. Tolong mute, ladies and gentlemen. Okay? Because that will interrupt the section. Okay, thank you very much. Okay, so you see here, working from home is going to be permanent in certain industry. Okay, perhaps you will fall under that. Okay, so you can see here, what the society think that we all do. and what our family thinks we do, and what our friends think we all do, and our clients thinks we all go shopping, and what I think we all do. But actually, we all under stress when we are working from home, okay? Because of the poor workstation, the environment, and we are isolated. There's no communication, so there are many issues over here. That is what we're going to look. Okay, I'm going to share into critical issues only. Okay, because of the duration and so on. So I'm not going to cover every single thing, but which are very, very critical. Okay, even with this, you can address a lot of things. Okay, then you can see here. So this is what is the expectation and the reality. Okay, so guys, can you take a 1 minute? Okay, you go to the chat box, write down, okay, the challenges that you face when you are working from home. Okay, in 1 minute starts now. Okay, so you can type it in a chat box. What is the challenges that you face when you are working from home? Okay, what are the challenges? Anak ke, bini ke, your husband ke, or workstation, tak ada workstation ke? Okay, need to prolong sitting, causing back pain. Okay, distraction, poor workspace. Yes, a lot of distraction. Depan ada Netflix. Kadang-kadang the infrastructure is not good. The internet connection. Okay, and I see recently, internet connection has been very poor. No table. Yes, working on bed. Yes, I'm going to show some of the pictures after this. Okay, prolonged sitting. Correct. The workstation is inappropriate. Okay, you cannot focus on one task, too many things. Kena masak lah, especially for females. Kalau ada anak, kena jaga husband pula tu. Lepas tu kena masak lagi. And then kena buat kerja. Banyak sangat. Okay. So, this is actually the end product lah. Before PKP, after PKP. Okay. So, how many of you, okay, you can look over here. Yeah, distraction with the kids. Sekejap nak air, sekejap nak makan, macam-macam. Okay, you can see over here, I have listed 5 workstation. Yang mana satu yang anda tengah buat kerja sekarang ni? Which is your workstation? Do you have a designated workstation? Are you using what you call dining table as your workstation? Or in front of your TV is your workstation? Okay, or the bed is your workstation? Mana satu? Okay. So we can see here, currently 3, mostly 5. Tengok, Syamimi 2. So you can see a lot of workstation over here. So we all does not standardize. You see, there's no standardized workstation at home, ladies and gentlemen. So at home, we have different people have a different workstation. So that is why today, later on, when I'm giving you the principles, you need to adjust according to the principles. I'm not going to suggest you kena beli kerusi ke, meja ke. I'm not going to suggest on all those things. We need to be creative. Okay, that's what we're going to look into. Okay, so ergonomic issues when we are working from home. Okay, ladies and gentlemen. So when I see kalau kita kerja atas bed and so on, okay, definitely the first issue will be the awkward posture. We will be working in a very bad postures. Okay, because we need to bend our neck, okay, especially if you don't have a proper workstation, okay, we will be bend our neck, we need to forward bending. Anda boleh tengok kat sini, people are sitting in forward bending. Apa tu forward bending? What is forward bending? They will go in front and use the equipment, okay, especially this will happen when we are working with the laptops, okay. I believe in house, definitely everybody going to use a laptop. Nobody is using desktop in a house. So when we are using laptops, definitely you are going to forward bending and your neck will be bent as well. Okay, so now I'm going to touch on what happened to our disc when we are working in a bad postures. This is actually a very, very important diagram, ladies and gentlemen. Please have a look. Okay, this is actually a very important diagram. Okay, you can see here. Try to okay. So bila kita duduk berdiri okay, the compression to the disc, you can see at the video there. This is actually our kita punya tulang belakang lah. Okay, in between is actually the disc. So when we change our posture, the compression to the disc will change. That means there will be a compression dan juga decompression. So we're going to look what is happening to our disc. So orang selalu kata slip disc. So what does that mean? disc ni pecah sebenarnya. That is the condition that we call it as a slip disc. So come let us look what is actually happening. Okay, the mechanism. Bila kita berdiri tegak, the compression to the disc is actually 100%. Okay, bila kita duduk, okay, anda tengok kat sini ya, when we are sitting with the 110 degree. Okay, bila kita duduk 110 degree like this, the compression to the disc is actually 105. Okay lah. So it just little bit only increase compared to standing. Okay. And sometimes people will sit slightly in front a bit, 100 degree. So the compression is 115. That means lagi kena tekan. And most of the time, people educate everybody to sit in 90 degrees. Berdiri, duduk tegak. Okay. You see here, when we are sitting up straight, okay, there will be a high compression to the disc actually. You look at the compression, it is actually 140%. Ladies and gentlemen, 140% tekanan kat disc. Okay, and just now I mentioned, when you are sitting in a forward bending, that means you go in front and sit, you look at the pressure, 190%. Okay, bila 190%, you just imagine 8 hours you are sitting, okay, with 190% of the compression, all the time the disc has been compressed. At one point, dia pecah. That is the condition, we call it as a slip disc. You got it? Okay. So, when you want to sit, okay, we need to sit in I will always recommend 110 degrees. Okay, that means you go behind a bit. Okay, the way I'm sitting here. Okay, that is 110 degrees. That means you are actually what you call rest your back on the backrest with the 110 degree, maksudnya ke belakang sikit. Okay, so take this note, this is very important, not 90 degrees sitting, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, that increase the pressure to the disc. That is one issue. Okay, so I will highlight to you the issue related to the posture. Okay, okay. So this is the second one. So this is also similar lah. The the disc compression and so on. Okay. And second issue, it is actually prolonged sitting. We are sitting for long duration. Okay. I want you to calculate in a day how long you sit. Okay. When I say how long we are sitting, maksudnya bangun pagi, bila kita nak pergi kerja, when we are travelling, okay, also sitting, that is also considered sitting. Bila kita tengah makan, also sitting, okay, and then when we are working, also sitting. When we are taking lunch, also sitting. When we are watching movies, also sitting. So in total, how many hours we all sit? Okay, I give you 30 seconds to calculate how long we all sit. Okay, totally in our 24 hours, how long we sit? Okay, and you can put it in the chat box. Okay, let us see how long we all sit. And because of this static posture, the main issue, it is the blood circulation, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, the main issue is it is actually blood circulations. Okay, and anybody, how long you are sitting in a total duration in a day? 8 hours plus. 3 to 4 of our day. 8 hours, betul ke 8 jam? Okay, okay. Maybe if you are working in a mobile, then it is maybe 8 hours lah. Okay, 5 hours. Okay, dah campur ke? Duduk kat apa ni? Rumah, masa makan, masa travelling. Okay, okay. I'll show you what the research said. The research said, in average, we are sitting approximately 15 hours per day. 15 hours per day. Okay, this is what the research said. Okay, when they do the survey, they found out people basically sitting approximately 15 jam per day. Okay, and what does it tells you? Okay, I tell you. Okay, the main thing when we are sitting, what is happening? Our calf muscle, it is not working. Okay, and you may ask, what is doing calf muscles? Okay, the answer is very simple. Calf muscles, okay, this is not widely, people does not really widely speak about this. Calf muscles, it is actually our second heart. Okay, how the mechanism works, bila kita punya jantung ni pump darah dah mengalir kat bawah, kat kaki. Okay, so we need our calf muscles to function effectively. Okay, when the calf muscles is actually activated, maksudnya you jalan, berdiri and so on, calf muscles is activated, it will act as a pump. Okay, it will act as a pump, okay, to pump the blood, all the blood vessels and so on, so that the blood can raise up, it can go up, it can flow up, upwards. Okay, so the heart is actually pumping the blood so that it goes downwards. So you need your calf muscles active actually. Okay, it must be active. Okay, so when we are sitting, this thing is not happening, ladies and gentlemen. This thing is not happening. And when people look at, when the blood circulation has been interrupted or it becomes slow, you know what is the effects? Okay, these are the things which lead to all the lifestyle illness, such as diabetes, high blood pressure, and so on actually. Okay, can you see how it is related? Okay, so that means we need to activate our calf muscles. Later on, I'll show you how we can activate that. Okay, when we are working, even though when it is office. Okay, it is all about self-management. We all can do that. Okay, okay. So when we talk about calf muscles, okay, I already explained what is actually the mechanism, and then they also do a research. After lunch hours, those who are sitting, that means all the muscles is not working, and then they measure the glucose level in the blood. It seems those who are working while sitting after the lunch hours, the glucose level is high compared to those who are standing and performing the jobs. Okay, so later I'll show you how we can incorporate all those things in our life. Okay, so what is the impact to our body? Okay, recently, some of the scientists, they forecast how the human body will be, okay, because of the usage of all these gadgets, okay, how the human body will transform in 20 years time. Okay, now I foresee it's not going to be 20 years time because of the COVID, CMCO, working from home. That will be speed up actually. Okay, this is how a human will look in 20 years time. They call it EMA. Okay, you see here how the structural changes has happened. Okay, you look at the neck. Okay, you look at the neck and you look at the stomach. Okay, and she also have a permanent hunchback, varicose vein. You see a varicose vein. Varicose vein happen at the calves there. Okay, red eyes because of looking at the all the screens. Okay, protruding stomachs. Okay, because of sitting for long duration, the muscles at the stomach, it is not working. So this is actually the condition of the human in 20 years, and I foresee this will be speed up. Okay, with the current situation, this is actually they come out with this one a few years back actually. Okay, and that time don't have working from home and so on. So this is actually the new species, they call it Homo computerus. Okay, how the human body change, how the human body transform. Okay, because of the way we are working, and we don't want that to happen, ladies and gentlemen. So we need to do something now so that this does not happen in the future. Okay, so now I'm going to share with you all the simple tips. Okay, simple tips related with the ergonomics. Okay, the first thing, if you scroll the chat, I have already put the link. Okay, put the link for this home office ergonomic app. You can download in Google Store and also in Android iOS store as well. Okay, so Shanan already put it back, so you can click on it. Okay, this is actually for the Google, for the Android version. For the Apple version, you can just type this one, home office ergonomics. Okay, over here they have the checklist, so you just need to use the checklist to do the improvement. Okay, anyhow, I'm going to cover some of the important aspect after this, but this will direct you. They also give you exercises and so on. This is actually very useful applications, so try to use it, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, you can copy the link and save it somewhere. Okay, so this how we want to maintain a comfortable posture. Okay, I would always say check these 5. Okay, I repeat again, check these 5. When you check these 5, then you are sitting in a comfortable posture. The first thing, your feet must be supported, cannot hang. Tak boleh tergantung. Kenapa tak boleh tergantung? When it is hanging, it will impinge the nerve, okay, behind our knee. Okay, we call it as a popliter. So over there, when it is impinged, the blood circulation will be affected. Tadi pun, your calf muscles is not working. Now, blood circulation will be affected, lagilah parah. So that is why feet must be supported. How you want to do it, that is your creativity. You can support with any small boxes, or you can buy footrest. Anything will do. That is actually your creativity. Okay, your arm must be supported. That means when you are using a chair, try to go with the one with the armrest. Okay, so that your arm is supported, or else it will be hanging. Okay, when you are using your keyboard and mouse, you see, you are now actively working. All this thing is actually in a static condition. You are actually restraining. Can you see? So arm must be supported. Third, shoulder must be relaxed. Okay, you need to observe whether your shoulder is relaxed or not. Don't raise your shoulders. All those things will put a high pressure to the muscles surrounding your shoulder and neck. Okay, and neck must be straight. Jangan nak bengkok-bengkok macam ni. Do not bend. Neck must be straight, and last, back must be supported. That means your back must be lie on a backrest. Okay, so these are the 5 keys. Okay, how you want to do it? Your creativity. Okay, whenever we are sitting, okay, our body, okay, our backbone will become straight actually. Okay, when we are standing, our backbone is actually in S curve. So now we are trying to bring the S curve when we are sitting. Why? That will reduce the pressure to the disc. Okay, when our backbone is in S curve, when we are sitting, okay, that means we are trying to maintain S curve, because S curve is our natural curve. So when we are trying to sit in an S curve, the pressure to the disc will be reduced. Okay, and how to do that? Okay, you can use this lumbar support. Some chairs it comes with a lumbar support. If it does not come, no problem. You can use some of the pillow. Okay, the placement of the pillow. Most of the time, people will place the pillow down here, ladies and gentlemen, down here. So basically, you are supporting your buttocks actually. Okay, by right, it's supposed to be placed at the curve. Yang ni, this curve. Can you see here? This is actually our body curve. This is where you put the pillow. Okay, so that the pillow will give a slight push. When it is slightly pushed forward, then there will be a less pressure to the disc. Okay, so the way we put also important. It is not only placing the pillow, but where we put it. This is nobody is talking, ladies and gentlemen. Nobody is telling you. So you need to put exactly at the curve here. Can you see? Exactly at the curve here. That will reduce the disc compression. Okay, so you will have a less lower back pain. Got it? Okay. Okay. And then sometimes you can also, this is actually the you need to purchase lah. The one I will always share with you. Low cost, and also maybe some will involve cost. Okay, so this one will involve cost. Kerbal chair. Kerbal chair, when you are sitting, you see, okay, your buttocks will go inside here. Sorry. Okay, your buttocks here will be go inside here. So that your once, then it will just compress slightly over here, your back here. Can you see? So it also act like a lumbar support as well. So that your curve will be better. So that's how it works, Kerbal chair. Okay, and then when you are using a laptop, definitely that laptop you need the risers. Okay, you need to use a laptop riser to what you call adjust the height of the monitor. Okay, the moment you adjust the height of the monitor and so on, then maybe you need to have a keyboard and what you call external keyboard and external mouse. Okay, because the design of the laptop, it is actually for the mobility. Nowadays we are using it for 8-10 hours. Oh God, so you need to do adjustment. As I said, ergonomic is actually we are trying to adjust the surrounding according to us. It is not we are following the surrounding. Okay, the moment we are following all the equipments, workstation and so on, this is where all the injuries will start to happen. Okay, so we don't want that. So sometimes you need to invest. And I also will show you the low cost solutions. Okay, you can raise up the height by using a box as well. Okay, and we have an external keyboard and mouse. You can see here, this one require a neck to be bending. Okay, So the moment you adjust it, you raise the height according to the eye height. Okay, now the posture become better. Okay, I'm using mouse so tangan tu jadi ni sikit. Okay, so this is how you can adjust. Okay, when you're working from home, how we can implement this? Can you see these diagrams? Okay, you see they use just some boxes and raise the height. So the key here, ladies and gentlemen, the key here, the top of the monitor should be in line with you. Okay, this one maybe slightly lowered lah. Maybe gonna increase a bit. Okay, so you see how they are being creative. Okay, you see the arm, the shoulder is actually relaxed. Okay, and then they has already raised the height. Can you see? This is how you do adjustment when you are working at home. So you can use your dining table as well, but do some adjustment. Don't straight away place it on the on top of the dining table. Then you need to bend your neck and so on. Okay, I show you other pictures as well. You can see over here how this guy before and after. Okay, he raised it. Okay, and now you see his shoulder is relaxed. You can see or not different. Okay, how his shoulder when he's working like this. Okay, and the neck over here. Okay, because everything, the whole system is actually connected. You cannot separate it. Okay, when you want to do improvement, it must be in a comprehensive way. You cannot improve it just one, then everything is done. No, it is not such way. Okay, you see here, when he improved the height, okay, and then he placed the keyboard and mouse, you see, the shoulder become relaxed and his neck become straight as well. Okay, so this is how we improve. And then another thing, if let's say you are sitting on a chair, which is actually not soft, okay, some of the dining table chair, it is not soft, maybe you can have something like this, a cushion. Okay, all those things you can get it from an IKEA, okay, because we want to reduce the contact stress. Got it, Okay, and this is another way, how, you see, she improved and be creative. Okay, it's all about the creativity nowadays, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, so she just used a box, okay, and then she padded her chair with some soft cushion over here, and she support a leg. Okay, so you see she follow all the 5 principles. You just need to follow how all the 5 principles, and the creativity is depend on you. Okay, we leave it to you how you want to adjust. Not every single thing you need to do a purchase. Not really. Some we can do. You can be creative and use all this whatever available in our house and modify it. That's it. Okay, and then we also recommend you to do a postural changes. That means sitting and standing. Try to stand and perform the jobs. Why you need to attend training in sitting condition? That you not. You can stand. Why you need to attend meeting in a sitting condition? You can stand. Okay, so this is how we do. Alternate between standing and sitting. How they are alternating. Okay, and this is all the creativity. Okay, I'll show you another picture. They are just using this, ironing board as a keyboard, to place the keyboard and mouse, and then they place the laptop on the table. Perhaps this one needs to be raised up lah. But what I'm trying to highlight over here, use all the equipment, the resources in your house to modify it, because you are spending there approximately 8 to 10 hours, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, so it is critical, it is important to do some adjustment. This is another way. Okay, so the right combination of furniture and household items can create a standing workstation. Okay, try to alternate between sitting and standing. Okay, we cannot sit for long duration anymore. Okay, because why? Research said if you are sitting more than 11 hours per day, these are the people who are high risk for all these lifestyle illness. So in total sitting in a day, we need to reduce less than 11 hours. That is the keyword here. That is actually the cut-off point. I repeat again, the cut-off point here is actually 11 hours sitting. Okay, if you are under 11 hours sitting, you are low risk group. If you are more than 11 hours of sitting, you are in a high risk group. As simple as like that. So whatever I'm showing you here is actually giving you ideas to reduce that. Okay, now most of the time people are 15 hours sitting. Some of the offices that I'm going now, they are giving the workers with the height adjustable table for the office workers. Okay, so that the people can alternate between sitting and standing. So try to bring that to the house. Okay. Okay, we have a question over there. What about lying down on belly while working? Okay, lying down on belly, that means you are actually raising your back behind actually. That will put a high pressure to your disc. That will put a high pressure to the disc. Okay. Okay. So if let's say you are doing that 1 or 2 times only, maybe for very little, around 5 minutes only, that will consider as exercise. Okay, because why it is, I would say that is actually considered as exercise, because why, when you are sitting, okay, the pressure will be at the in front here. Okay, so when you are doing that posture, that means you are raising up your back while you are lying down, you are actually going behind, so the pressure will be at behind, so you are actually balancing now. Okay, but not when you are doing it for 8 hours, then it does not happen that way. Okay, so if you are doing it in a form of exercise, back strengthening exercise, then it works that way. Okay, so this is another one. Just now I show you all the resources from the house, and we have this type of a height adjustable workstation that you can look into as well. If let's say you are permanently going to work from home, okay, some company already look into all those things. And then another thing that you need to do, we all need to do, is actually micro break. Okay, so we need to alternate. That means don't sit directly 2 to 3 hours. So in between there is a pauses. Okay, and for this I will introduce you with another technique. We call it as a Pomodoro technique. Okay, okay, what is this Pomodoro technique? Okay, in Pomodoro technique you will be using a timer. Okay, this one applicable when, let's say, you are preparing a report. Okay, you are sitting there for long duration and performing the jobs. Okay, so you will have a timer in this Pomodoro technique where you will set the timer to 25 minutes. Okay, so each 25 minutes, after the 25 minutes, it will ring. Okay, so the moment it is 25 minutes, you need to stand up from your workstation. So for 5 minutes, you need to do any other things. Okay, in standing condition only. Okay, that means you are taking break lah, micro break. After the 5 minutes break, you continue back. Another 25 minutes. And then another 3 to 5 minutes breaks. Okay, after that, once you already complete this cycle 4 times. Okay, 4 times you do it, that means 25, 5, 25, 5. You do this 4 cycle. After the 4 cycle, you take a bit longer break, 10 to 15 minutes break. Okay, so that's how the Pomodoro technique works. So that means it is giving a relaxation to your body as well as to your cognitive, your mental as well. We've been looking at the screen for long duration. So your eyes need some relaxation. Your cognitive, your mind needs some relaxation. The moment you implement this, you can see it will shoot up. Your productivity will shoot up. Okay, all those things that I'm sharing, I've tested, then only I'm sharing. If I never do, then I won't tell. Okay, and this technique, you can see very high level of productivity. Pomodoro technique, you go and search, okay, in the internet. Okay, and then try to be more active. That means you need to move more actually. Okay, from here and there, try to move more, and try to reduce the sitting, static sitting and static sedentary work. As I mentioned just now, more than 11 hours of total sitting per day has shown highest risk group. Okay, more than 11 hours. So try to bring less than 11. That's it. Okay, so that is actually the cutoff point. You calculate by your own self. You manage your own self. Okay, okay. So how we can do that? So try to stand when you have an online meeting, especially after lunch. After lunch, as I mentioned just now, okay, those who are sitting, it has shown that a high level of glucose in their body. So if you are standing, then you can reduce that because your muscles will be active. So it will be absorbing the glucose. It will be using the glucose. Can you see? So try to stand in online meeting, online training, and so on. Okay, when I'm attending online trainings, I'll be just standing because I'm not on. I did not on my webcam, so I just stand and listen. Okay, and then I'll sit. So I just alternate. I try to be active. Okay, so this is actually falls with your own self. That is why I call it as a self-management. Okay, Okay, and try to develop a new habit. When you have a call, okay, why you need to sit and answer the call? You can stand and answer the call. When you want to do the filing or sorting papers and so on, try to stand and answer, do the jobs. Okay, so that will actually we are trying to be more active. Okay, and then just now I talk about the calf muscles and so on, right? Actually, there are also some other devices has been in market to activate the calf muscles, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, this is actually foot fidgets, huh? Foot fidgets. Okay, come, let's watch a very short video over here. Okay, so that is about foot fidget. You see, while we are sitting, we can still be active. Okay, so there are already tools for that actually. Just now I talked about the calf muscles, how it is impacting our body. And we have a tools, basically when we are sitting, also we can activate it. Okay, there's another one, we call it as a sitting stepper. Okay, you can see the pictures over here. This one is actually the moving your feet. Okay, the moment our feet is moved, your calf muscles will be what you call activated as well. It also works together. Okay, so also can be done. Can you see? Okay, so then try to be active. Okay, research has shows 50 minutes of exercise per day increase life expectancy of 4%. Okay, brisk walking will do, ladies and gentlemen. That means in total of 2.5 hours, especially when you are working from home. Because why? Okay, when you are exercising, that also increase some of the hormone to reduce the cortisol level, which is actually impacting your stress level. Okay, so we need to do a very brief exercise will do. Okay, brisk walking will do actually. Okay, so try to incorporate this. Okay, so this is how the things when we are actually designing our working from home. Okay, last but not least, I'm coming towards the ends. Okay, and we try to strengthen. Okay, we try to strengthen the active muscles when we are working. What are the active muscles that when we are working in office or home? Basically, one is actually our lower back when you are working in a forward bending. Second is actually our neck. Okay, when you are bent down. So when you are strengthening these two muscles, okay, that means even though if let's say you are working in while your neck is bent and so on, that will protect you. Because why? The strength has increased. So now it can withstand more loads. Got it? Okay. So now we're going to do together. Are you ready? Shall we do a strengthening exercise for the neck? We call this one as isometric strengthening. Are you all ready? Are you all there? Say something in the chat box. Okay, good, great. Shall we start? So sit up straight, ladies and gentlemen. Tuan-tuan, puan-puan, sit up straight. This exercise we are focusing at the muscles at the neck area. Okay, once that muscles has been strengthened, it can withstand our head actually. Okay, do you know what is the weight of our head? Susah nak ukur macam mana potong lepas tu letak ke. Okay, the weight of our head, it's equivalent like a the bowling ball. Okay, so it's approximately 3 to 4 kg. Okay, 3 to 4 kg. That is actually the weight of our head actually. So now in order for the neck to support that weight, it must be strength. Okay. Whenever I teach this exercise, some of the people who have a neck pain, immediately they feel the relief. That is how powerful is this neck strengthening exercise. Okay, we are ready. So we will start. Okay, put your hand, tahan. Okay, your hand will act as a barrier. Okay, so that means you need to push your neck actually, push your head. Okay, so sekarang tahan kepala anda, tolak kepala ke kanan, push, push, and your hand must support it, prevent it from bending. So dia kena jalan. So maksudnya two forces are acting on the opposite side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, now change hand. Kat kiri pula, same, you do that. Tolak kepala ke kiri, tahan. Pakai tangan. Tahan. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, now bring your hand to your forehead. Okay. Kali ni berdiri duduk tegak. Okay. Bring your hand to your head. Support your forehead and tolak ke depan. Sambil tolak, tangan tu kena tahan. Don't let your hand move in front. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. Now bring your hand behind. Okay. And then tolak kepala ke belakang dan tahan pakai tangan. Okay, tolak. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, relax. So how many times you need to do? 10 counting. You can do this for 3 cycles. 1 time per day will do. Okay, or you want to do 2 times before you start your work and after you are concluding your day, before all your work finish. Okay, also can do. So now you feel, how you feel? Do you feel anything? Okay, this will make us have tone neck. Okay. So even some people, immediately the pain will be relief as well. Okay. Okay. So this one I already demonstrate to you. Everybody has done as well. My neck hurts by looking at this. Looking at what actually? Okay. So, and last will be the back strengthening exercises. This one I cannot demonstrate. Okay. So, to strengthen the core muscles kat bawah ni, at the lumbar area, okay, we just need to focus. These 3 exercises will do. Okay. This one perhaps you can check in what you call YouTube and so on. Okay. Sit up, plank, and side plank will do. Okay. So this one I could not demonstrate. Perhaps you can look into a YouTube and so on. Okay. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen. So we are almost there. Okay. Do you have any questions? You can type it up. I can answer. Okay. So we still have approximately 10 minutes there. Okay. Do you have any questions? It is my pleasure to answer. Any questions will do related to ergonomics, working from home, or you have some other things, also will do. Any questions? Will you share this slide? This slide is essentially, we use it for our own training. So we don't share these slides. Okay. What do you suggest for scoliosis? Scoliosis, I would suggest go for, what is that? There's a one treatment where they will you can go for physiotherapy. Another one is actually I couldn't recall that word. The one they press the bones. Anybody got that? Know the treatment?
Acupuncture?
Not acupuncture. Chiropractic. Chiropractic. Yes, chiropractic. Okay, so scoliosis, previously I've seen some people, when they have a scoliosis, they go for this chiropractic, then they become better. Okay, okay, any other questions? Okay, no need to go for surgery semua. Scoliosis ni semua no need to go for surgeries. Okay. Okay. Oh, I have how to start kan program for ergo at workplace. How to start? Um, how to start? First, you need to get your management's punya buy-in. Okay. Then only you can discuss. Okay. Then only you can go implement. So you can start with let's say if you want to start any program, please start with the ergonomic risk assessment. So then you know the risk level. Then you can suggest with the control with your management. Then they will buy in with your ideas. Okay. Okay. Wait, I go one by one. Because when there's a question down, the new people. Okay, why older people easily get back pain? Why older people? Because the muscles tak kuat. Okay, bila muscles tak kuat, what happened? They easily get the back pain. Okay, so that is actually the reason. So strengthening will actually reduce that. They seem to not think ergo as important of a major rising issue. You need to convince them using some other industries data, use a Dosh punya data, Soxo punya data, and so on. Okay. Yes, the doctor wanted to put 2 metal pins into my back to strengthen my spine. Okay, don't all those things. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to. I can say 90% of the musculoskeletal disorders can be corrected without surgery. Okay, by using a physiotherapy, by using a chiropractic. Okay, or occupational therapies. Okay, you no need to go for surgery actually. Okay, so I will always suggest don't go for surgery. Go and try all those things. Okay. Cik Deltina agrees but dia physiotherapist. Any advice for housekeeper in hotel? They mainly have to use every part of their body. Okay. Housekeepers in the hotel, yes, I agree with that. So you try to implement this stretching program, okay, before they start the work, so that they already warm up. Sama macam sport juga, right? Before they go for sport, they will warm up. Then only they go for sport. Work also similar like that. Okay, you need to warm up first. So try to do that. These are all the low cost solutions. And then try to come out with, you think, when they are working, which muscles they use a lot and which muscles they complain a lot. Based on that, try to design the strengthening. Okay, that is another way of looking at things. How we can implement ergonomic between work colleagues. How you start first, you show them first. Okay, when I was in the universities, because of my workstation, a lot of people come and look at me. Hey, where you buy this one? How you do? Why you do this one? So you start with your own self. Bila orang tengok anda, you are the you benchmark them. Working at hospital, they say too busy, don't have time. If they don't have a time, one day they're going to sit permanently in home. Then they will have more time. Okay, so if they never what you call allocate time now, then they will have a full time, doing all those things. So better do it now. Okay, any advice? Okay, for this one done, implement, click down. Important. Why older people? I think plank, side plank, and sit up. Yes. Prolonged sitting with this type of exercise will do. Prolonged sitting, yes. Mr. Siva, these 3 exercises will do actually. Okay, you just do this one, then you can see a lot of improvements. Okay. Okay, so mostly dah. Okay, any other question before we close down? Okay, before we close, I just need one help from you guys. Okay, I hope it benefited you. Okay, can you just share what is the one thing that really what you call new ideas for you, or something that you're going to take home, you're going to implement immediately? Just one idea that you feel really impressed, or you just got to know, something like that. Can you just put it in a chat box? Okay, type it in a chat box. I give you 30 seconds from now. Okay, so we will finish at 12. Okay, Pomodoro, racing my laptop. Okay, Pomodoro, will try to make use it. Okay, good. Oh, Pomodoro seems to be people buy into that home workspace arrangement. Very good. Neck strengthening. Yes, neck strengthening is very, very important, ladies and gentlemen. All those things look sometimes, alah, biasa je. Tapi, for your information, the small things is the one which makes everybody difference actually. Okay? Okay, wait, I'm just Cause management to only impress or percaya if ada teknik or teori. Okay. Okay, 50 minutes of exercise can prolong. Okay. Okay, simple ergonomic exercise. The way how you interact. Pomodoro adjusting my small pillow. Okay, good. Okay. Oh, a lot of people love this Pomodoro, eh? Yeah, don't go for surgery. Okay, great. Importance of proper sitting. Okay, good, great. Okay, I think if there's a no question, maybe I can open up for the last one. Okay, maybe 2 or 3 questions. Okay. Okay, if there's a no question, I give you this Google review. Okay, perhaps you can just give some review for us. Okay, if you really enjoy the training and it add on some of the values to you, perhaps you can do that. We will really grateful for that. Okay, if there's nothing, then maybe we can urgent now. Okay, maybe in future uh, what you call webinars, we will always uh, uh, update y'all. Okay, so thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. So wish you all the best and be safe and be happy. Thank you very much. Sayonara.
Thank you.
Thank you. Welcome. Okay, so you can leave the meeting room. Thank you very much.